So I arrived in New Zealand on the 24th of October 2019. Within the city, I saw these trees that were hanging low and I thought it was awesome. The camera didn't capture the true essence of the beauty of what I saw, and this could be possibly because I had a 50mm fixed lens, but when I went inside of these trees, it was like an umbrella. When I went inside this umbrella of trees, I saw that they were being held up by metal poles to keep the branches off the ground. There was a sense of peace there, definitely a real connection with the earth, and I've been feeling this connection since I've arrived in New Zealand. It's something that I haven't experienced anywhere else. The indigenous plants, trees, birds and animals who pretty much have no fear because there's no natural predators here just gives this place a laid back kind of vibe. I'm aware that in 2050 they want to make New Zealand predator free. I'm lucky enough to be staying in a place that's 20 minutes from the CBD and a 5-minute walk from beautiful viewpoints and places like the Doubleuxdeux Reserve. Within the Doubleuxdeux Reserve, I was embraced by various birds and trees, so I took a moment to breathe and take it all in, and this is what I heard. The journey from the UK to New Zealand, considering it's on the other side of the world, I was lucky enough to be able to be on a plane journey that was 11 hours, a break in between, and then another 11 hours. I would definitely recommend this for people who are travelling long distance to ensure that the plane journey isn't so long, because it's quite it's all mind games when you're on the plane. You know, you're in the constricted, confined space up high in the air. You just feel crap, to be honest with you. You know, you watch the entertainment, you stand up, you walk around, but knowing that once you've gone through 5 hours and knowing there's only another 5 hours left, I found this to be very useful, and that's something I'd definitely recommend. However, the 10-hour layover in Shanghai was just long, but it was good vibes, because those of us who were on the UK London to Shanghai flight, a lot of us were going to New Zealand, so there was that sort of familiarity between us, and you know, we were kind of not stuck together, but we recognised who was who, and it just gave it that nice vibe for me anyway. I started talking to some people, and I noticed that other people were talking to other people as well, and it was a very calm, laid back vibe. And then getting on the plane was pretty sweet, because I just fell asleep, watched a couple films, and before I knew it, here I was in New Zealand. And it was weird because I hadn't seen my family here in about 2 years, but as soon as I saw them, it was like, yay. And it was like we hadn't ever really been apart. I felt like my body was in delay because my soul felt like it was already here with them. It could be due to all the video calls that we have been doing, and all the pictures that I've seen, but there's just a net of safety and happiness and gratefulness and so many different feelings that I can't even express in words how I feel right now. I feel like this is exactly where I need to be, and I'm just taking my time and taking it slowly. And I've already decided that if I could, I would stay here for longer than a year. There's just so much to do, and I've been here now for over 2 weeks, and I've done a lot, but I've only still done a small amount of what I actually want to do. So I'm feeling very happy and positive about this New Zealand trip and journey. I feel myself already growing within who I am and who I am becoming, and I feel like I've stepped into, I don't want to say adulthood because I don't necessarily feel that way, but I feel like I've stepped into becoming that person that I've always wanted to be. and I've had to make mistakes. I've had to realize certain things and habits weren't good for me, and just basically live my life and not judge myself on the previous things that have happened. And I just feel like that's the best way to be. I can't I can't bring back the past. And it's weird because I went to a conference here in New Zealand a couple of days ago, and I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, I'm probably the youngest person in the room, being 24 years old, and it's about financial freedom. And then next thing I knew, the youngest person in the room was actually a 17-year-old guy. And I just thought to myself, like, wow, I'm 24 and I'm an adult. And it was one of those moments where it just sort of hits you and you're like, I can make my own decisions. It, it was just a moment of realization where I was just like, whoa, I'm not young anymore. I'm still young, but I'm not the youngest person in the room anymore. Like when you go to family meals and you're at the table, you're no longer sitting on the kids' table, you're sitting on the adult table, and then there's already new generations coming in within the family, and it's like, it's madness because I'm the youngest within my family, so I feel like sometimes that's hard for me to grasp the concept that I am actually an adult, because it was a real moment. And it was just so funny to me, just thinking like, wow, I'm actually an adult. Like, I'm here in this room making a conscious decision. I can't say this word. Making a conscious decision, making a conscious choice, making a conscious choice to better my circumstances and get rid of the DNA and the family lineage of, working that 9 to 5 or working those hard hours. I've never been about it. I've never wanted to do it. So I've always pushed, and I've known that I wanted to be. And I've finally coined the term after going to this conference that I want to be an entrepreneur before anything else. Like, I want to have multiple businesses. However, I do prefer the media side, but the media side involves marketing, and marketing involves money and business management and all these different aspects. And it's like, well, I can't be in 100 places at once. And I just thought to myself, like, it's crazy because this is only stuff that you're going to learn as you grow and learn who you are and make those mistakes and be in positions that you didn't necessarily want to be in, but come out of it and realize, like, wow, this is what I want to do and this is what I'm capable of. Because we're so focused on saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want to go here, I don't want to do this, but we never actually know what we want to do. So finding the right direction and path is hard, and it's good to go with the flow, but at the same time you've got to sort of know which direction to go towards, because you could go the wrong way because you wasn't sure about what you initially wanted. And I always knew that I wanted to have my own media business, and that's helped me with certain things within my life. And I don't know it all. Sometimes maybe I act like I do, but I try my hardest to learn everything possible, and I'm learning as I'm going. I'm learning as I'm going along. I'm constantly doing that, but so is everybody else. And I feel like a lot of people just want the quick and easy answer, and they want to just be like, boom, okay, I'm now rich. But it's something that takes time, because some people are put into better positions and it may seem like that they've had this thing easier than you. However, they've just been fortunate enough to take advantage of opportunities that have been presented to them, or they have been brought into this type of world a lot sooner than we have. And what I mean by that is those people too made mistakes. They made bad business decisions. I can't say this word, decisions. They made bad business choices before, and they're literally here standing in front of you saying, if you give me an investment on yourself, I can tell you everything that I did right and everything that you can avoid wrong. And like, this is the formula that I used. It worked for me, it's worked for other people. Go make it work for yourself. And people think, oh my gosh, £2,000, I can't afford that. Oh my god, a couple £100, I can't afford that. I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And you stay in that rut. And it's about working and saving that little bit of money in order for you to invest it back within yourself to get out of the position that you're in. It's all well and good going on holidays and paying for these things and paying for that things, but I know a lot of people in my life are a lot older than me, so when I say I've done my part, I don't want to do it anymore. They're like, well, I've been doing it for 30 years, but that was your choice, that was your decision. I didn't choose. I'm not choosing to go down that same route as you. Like, at the moment, I don't know financially what's coming in. However, I've saved money and I've been fortunate enough to ask for donations and have been given a significant amount of donations for me to come to New Zealand. But I've saved that money and I'm investing it within myself in order for me to avoid staying in that rut of working as a barista, working for somebody else and being treated like crap, not pursuing my dreams, because why would I not when I have this amazing opportunity and everybody can have similar opportunities? You just got to grab the key and put it in the door. It's all about mindset, and I understand that you've got to do what you've got to do. And like I said, everyone's on their own journey, their own path, and they'll soon realise their opportunity.